journey. But regardless of what your story is, there's always something that comes with you, whether we like it or not. Our weight. For most of my life, I have been pretty indifferent about weight. But of course, as life changes, so does weight tend to change. My name is Aisha, and this is my weight journey. A teeny tiny little high school girl, figuring out how in the world did I gain all this weight. The story of how I was able to lose close to 60 pounds in less than a year. Let's get into it. For most of my life, I had been a pretty skinny girl. I was literally a size 3 from the time I was 12 up until I got to college. I didn't care what I ate. You know, I didn't gain any weight. Of course, you're young then, so, you know, you still got all your working parts, your good knees. Freshman year of college, I'm still size 3, you know. But as many of you know, there's a little something called the
Freshman 15.
And yeah, it got me. There's just so many temptations in college. Like, you know, you being out on your own, this is your first opportunity to really get to buy food for yourself. So of course I'm picking now. There's a convenience store right outside my dorm. So anytime I thought of a snack, I was like, I want a Snickers. Let's go down and get a Snickers. Got my Snickers. So yeah, like the easy access to food and my little self-control, maybe end up gaining not the freshman 15, but the freshman 25. Unfortunately, the weight gain did not stop. I noticed that every year that I progressed in college, I went up a size. Fast forward, it's graduation time. Like many millennials, a lot of times we're not able to jump straight into what our major is. My major was marketing, and I ended up landing at this sales call center job. If you know anything about call center jobs, they are very, very, very sedentary.
At least the butt part. The mouth part, because, I mean, you're talking the whole time, so, I mean, the mouth is going. But your butt is sitting on the seat. Anyways.
Lunch, they would bring Chinese food and pizza. And, of course, since they're thinking about feeding the big guys that were there, like, it's a bunch of carby stuff. Ain't nothing healthy. And they would cancel our lunches, so I ate whatever was there. On top of them feeding me all this free stuff, I was highly stressed at that job. You know, if I had a good day, let's get a milkshake. If I had a rough day, maybe a milkshake will cheer me up. If I had an okay day, nothing went wrong today, let's go get a milkshake. So yeah, that's pretty much, you know, how I got caught up at the call center. I think at that point I was probably about a size 10 or 11-ish. And for a girl who is used to being really petite and really skinny, it was a little shocking. I can't lie. It's like I go from being a girl who can go into the fitting room, not even have to worry about trying on her jeans because I already know it's gonna fit, to a girl who can't pull up her pants past her thighs. I feel like a part of me then was a little, you know, in denial of the weight gain. Like I knew that my weight was going up, but I guess because it hadn't got to the point where it's like, okay, you know, I got to lose this weight, didn't take it seriously. But after a little over a year of working that job, of being stressed, not happy in the city that I was in, I eventually left that job. I remember one day just being like, I don't want to be here, I'm stressed out, and I heard a voice tell me, go. That voice was God's voice. After a year and 3 months working that job, I ended up leaving that job and moving back home to Greensboro. I moved back in with my mom and I was unemployed. I didn't have a job or really any plan as to what was next. Even when you know something, you know, in your heart, when people tell you, hey, you need to get a job, it weighs on you. And so I ended up really, you know, having a battle there with anxiety and with depression. And so of course with those things, not only comes mental changes, but also physical changes. You're somebody who is depressed, really, really hard to motivate yourself. And so of course with that, I ended up being even more sedentary and I ended up gaining quite a bit of weight. So after months of fighting depression, fighting anxiety, my grandmother really took me up under her wing. And one of the things that she thought might help me was to, you know, get me up and to get me moving. So she got me and her a Planet Fitness membership. And me and her, we would start to go there like, you know, 3-4 times a week. We would work out with the personal trainer that was there. And I noticed I really did like it. Like, you know, it felt good to actually get my body moving. And for those of you who don't already know, like, exercise exercise not only helps you physically, but it also helps you mentally as well. At the time, I didn't have any money, so I didn't have any control of what I was eating. And to be honest, my mom didn't really eat a bunch of healthy food, so I didn't really lose any weight from that, but I really did enjoy the benefits from that. So after a year and 8 months of unemployment, battling anxiety and battling depression, God turned it around. I eventually was able to get a really good job that I currently work at, that I love. And with that, I've been broke for a year and 8 months. Of course, I'm celebrating. And by celebrating, I mean eating everything that I ever wanted to eat during that 1 year and 8 months. I mean, balling out on fast food, cooking the things that I had been wanting to cook all this time. I mean, I was happy. I was happy to finally be able to eat those things that I wanted to eat. But of course, with that happiness comes some happy weight. Even though things were improving for me mentally and professionally, there were many moments when I would just look at myself in the mirror and say, who is this? So New Year's Day 2018 comes, and one of my biggest prayers for the year to God was that he would teach me discipline. Little did I know that my weight would be a big part of this lesson. So me and my coworker, we had talked about, to the gym and getting a membership. We had talked about it on and off for months, kind of flippantly, like, hey, Aisha, we going to the gym today? Oh no, I can't go. And they're like, Tanisha, we going to the gym today? Oh no, I can't go. So eventually it came in February where we didn't just talk about it, we finally decided to be about it. And so we go to the gym, and at this point, I don't think I've been to the gym in over a year. So I'm like, ooh, I'm excited, I'm pumped, we're back in the gym, I can do this. I decided that, hey, I'm just gonna get myself used to the gym. I'm not gonna put any pressure on myself. If you don't know, the hardest part is not necessarily doing the workouts while you're in the gym, it's actually getting yourself to the gym. I figured if I can develop the discipline enough to get myself to the gym, hey, maybe I might be able to do this thing seriously. And after that, I decided, okay, got in the gym. I think it's about time I start seeing some results. So I get on the scale, not knowing what to expect. Lo and behold, it said 200 pounds. Throughout the years, I had seen my weight going up to 160, 170, 180. And I knew that that was more weight than I needed to carry. But it's something about hearing 200 pounds. Me, a woman whose average height that's like, I gotta do something about this, real for real. I knew at that point that I had to get it together. If not for aesthetics, I had to get it together for my health. So I prayed to God, and I told him that I didn't know what I was doing. And he let me know that if I put in the effort, that he would do the rest. So after saying that prayer, I began to work out, and I began to change my eating habits. I said, God, if this doesn't work for me, then I was actually gonna seek out a professional. I complete my first week, and I get to my first weigh-in. I lost 3 pounds. For many of you guys, you might think, oh, 3 pounds, you probably, just took a boo-boo and, you lost that 3 pounds. But no, you guys, that felt so good to be able to put in all this hard work and actually get some results. I kept at it. Week 2, lost 2 pounds. Week 3, lost 1 pound. Week 4, lost 6 pounds, which is unheard of. So in my first month, I lost 12 pounds. So getting those results further motivated me to keep going at it, and eventually, you guys, I went from a 200-pound woman to 142 pounds, which is a 58-pound weight loss. And my goal was only 55. A lot of people will come up to me at work especially, and they will say, oh my gosh, girl, you look so good. How did you do it? And I would say, oh, diet, exercise. But I never felt like I was given a complete answer. So this channel, Make It Work, is my opportunity to not only give a full answer, but it also is my way of helping you. Let's face it, life is already challenging enough, and I want to help you find uncomplicated ways to help you take the first steps in your journey. And I want to do it together. Subscribe and hit the bell for more videos about how I lost the weight, what I ate, what I wore, and what kept me motivated. So join me as we make it easy, make it make sense,